what I'm going to do is I'm going to do an assistant team lead magnet. I'm going to use 3 assistants here to kind of attack a incoming lead to kind of show them what AI can do from just the aspect of like, again, like just selling them back their business. I'd rather just kind of go through this cadence of showing them that these things working together and how they work together and the things that they can do when they work together. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to run with, I'm going to create a voice assistant. My internet's super slow. Okay. And I'm going to create 2 chat. I'm going to do a post call and a pre-call for this lead magnet. And then I'm going to go ahead and tee up the workflows too. So what I'm going to do is have them fill out a form. I probably will do it natively and send it through, but I guess for this one, we'll do it all inside of HighLevel. So let's do lead magnets. I'll just build a folder to keep all this stuff in. And I want what would be my activation workflow. So this is what's going to get us started here. I'm just going to keep that to the side. And then I need my outbound workflow, which is where I'll be able to switch assistants and also make the outbound call. So outbound call and switch. I'm going to save that. And then I need a post call. So I can handle after the call. We can hit them up with some follow-up and kind of build onto the fact, again, just this thing's multi-channel. And we'll give the illusion of that they're talking to each other until voice can look at the conversation log. So we'll go post call, webhook. Perfect. And I'm going to open up 2 tabs of HighLevel here, just so I can do the post call webhook. And let's start creating the assistants. So what I'm going to do, the cadence is going to be a very natural cadence of the conversation. In fact, it's almost a psychological move here where I'm going to have the assistant almost sound like it's me, like it messed up. So a purposeful mess up, I'm going to do that a couple times. Again, just seeming the human-like aspect of it. Because I really don't want them to feel like they're talking to AI. I want them to feel like they're talking to a human. And then during the call that is booked, either through chat or through voice, that's when we kind of show like, hey, it was AI the whole time. So I always attribute my leads to where they come from. So I always add a tag and I'll say lead magnet. So I know where this lead come from. So if I need to do a DBR later, do you always have to add a tag? No, but I always like to keep up with my attribution. And let me know if I ramble too much or if I should just shut the hell up and build, or if it's helpful to kind of talk through it.
Please talk through it.
I was just going to say that.
Please
Step by step, baby. Step by step.
Let's do it. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a lot of, again, I like to do a lot of attribution reporting. I like to do a lot of the work on the front end, so I never have to touch this thing again. So I will probably even do some stuff offline, but it's not going to be relevant. It's going to be webhooking to like our direct software database and everything like that. But I like to do the attribution reporting just to make sure that I know where everybody came from so that I can cater to them later. You'll notice a lot of my outreach, a lot of my funnels, a lot of my sales processes are extremely customized because I know where everyone is coming from because of this. I know where they came from. I know where they've been. I know how many times they've tried this. If you notice, when the old phone element was up there, if you tried it more than 2 times, it had verbiage for that. So I track a lot of stuff. It may not be 100% necessary for a lot of things, but again, you can get pretty granular in the way that you're talking to leads. I'm going to say team lead magnet. I'm going in here and I'm creating a custom field folder because there's some custom fields that I want to do just for me. So I want to do a number because I'm going to do an AI call tracker or AI call tracking. And I'm going to say this is for lead magnet. So I know how many times they've been called by the lead magnet. I'm also going to do just a number here just to say run times. And so why I'm doing this is just to track the overall times that they've gone through this because it'll be an assistant team. They may not call it every time, so I want to track how many times they call it. I want to track how many times they go through it in general. For the calling, I want to also track the AI call fail rate. just in case I need to do some error handling on that for volume. AI call fail rate. That's going to be numerical. All these are going to be numerical just for tracking. And then I want to call, I think that's it. I think that may be it for right now. We'll come back to that. So now in the automation, I'm going to go here. And when I activate this, I'm going to do a math equation. Ooh, math. I'm going to say from my runtime, I'm going to add one runtime, and I'm going to update runtime. And so what this is going to do is going to say update how many times they've went through, so update runtimes. And so every time someone comes through here, I'll be able to track how many times they've used that. And then now this is stored in a custom field, so I can go through it later, and I can run a DBR, and I can say, hey, I know you tried the funnel 4 separate times. Did you get the same, was it really consistent? Or maybe you only tried it once, and that's an if else. And I'm like, I saw you only tried it once. Did you try it again just to see if you can get a different outcome? And so now my verbiage is really specific because of this attribution reporting we're doing here. Also, I'd like to do, we could do this in this one, but I just kind of like to separate it because I'm not a smart person. My brain is a very simple one, and I like to be able to see where everything is. So I'm going to add a contact tag, which will be my assistant tag. I'm just going to put a random one in here. I'm going to say activate assistant, which is going to activate our pre-call sales assistant. We'll say pre-call assistant. And then what I want to do is I want to put a synthetic weight here. Again, what we're going for here is to try to be as human as possible. And if I reply instantly, they're automatically going to know it's an automation or if it's an AI or something like that. And then again, I will just be everybody else. And the whole thing is I'm not like everybody else when I do my sales stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a synthetic weight. I'm going to synthetically wait for 5 minutes. So I'm going to make this lead wait for 5 minutes. And the whole point is I'm going to put verbiage that, hey, we're going to text you in a second. I'm going to wait 5 minutes, and then you'll see we'll come here, and I'm going to come there and be like, I'm going to say what's going on, contact first name. I'm going to hit them again, so this is going to be intro message. I'm going to hit them with one right after this, like I'm double texting them. And I'm going to say, sorry about that. I forgot to link up the form. Second message. And then I'm going to do another little synthetic weight here. And again, just to seem a little bit more human, if they get 3 really fast, like 2 really fast is fine, but like 3 really fast that's automation. So I'm going to put like a 6-second wait here. And then I'm going to come back and hit them with the third one, which is going to be our call to action here. I'm going to say, I'm just getting off a call. All right. Let's use some verbiage like, I'm finishing up a call now. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your agency? Real quick. That's fine. I'm finishing up a call now. Why don't you... I got you after. Okay, role-playing language. This is going to be our call to action. And then what I'm going to do is wait 5 minutes. We're going to say wait. So it's going to be a reply or timeout 5 mins. I'm going to be waiting for a contact reply to any of these. Realistically, I probably want to do the last one, but that's fine. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait basically for them to respond. I'm going to do an if else and just say, did this person respond? And let me know if I need to go in more depth on this or if this is helpful enough. They did the contact respond?
The more the better.
Okay, perfect. And so what I'm going to just do here is I added that wait with the condition of they're going to pass through if they reply, or we're going to time out in 5 minutes. If they reply, the assistant's just going to take it. So there's nothing I need to do here, but I am going to hit them real quick. And I'm going to say, let me know if now still works. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do my favorite one here, which is just contact first name, question mark. Question mark. And then again, I'm going to hit them with another wait. I'm going to do 7 minutes, just a little longer. Again, making it seem as human as possible. I'm going to say reply, timeout, 7 minutes. And we're going to wait for a reply to this. And then we're going to do another if else because we're going to hit them again. And so we're going to say, did the contact reply? Yes, they did reply if contact reply equals true. But if they didn't, then we need to follow up. And again, if they reply, the assistant's going to take it, no worries. I'm going to hit them with my last little message here and say, let me know if now still works. Yeah, that's fine. So I'm going to hit them with that. Say, let me know. You notice the verbiage is super, super casual too. Again, like from the whole aspect of everyone has an AI lead funnel, but it all just seems automated, and the whole cadence of it is try my AI. But everything I do, I try to make it seem like it's not AI. So the whole value aspect here is that they never knew it was AI to begin with. That's what the most incredible thing about it is they never knew it was AI. And so when they get on the call with you and you realize, or they realize it was AI, then the value aspect is 10x there. They're going to say reply or timeout. I'm going to do 10 minutes here. And we're going to reply to let me know. And if they reply to let me know, the assistant's going to take it. No worries. Did the contact reply? Yes. And you know what? I may even add an additional assistant to this because I may call them after this. And I'll have some verbiage for that. And so now after 10 minutes, I'm going to outbound call. I'm going to say, I'm going to call this one right hook. Because if they didn't take the bait with my jabs, I'm at least going to try to right hook them. Okay. Now, next I want to go here to outbound call and switch. And so what this is going to do is the first assistant, if they prefer a call, which we're going to try to push them to, if they prefer a call, what I'm going to do is I'm going to call them with AI, but I want to take off that initial AI in case there's some intermittent messaging, because I'm also going to put a delay in here too. I'm going to remove a tag. And I'm going to take off my AI assistant. So I'm going to say deactivate pre-call assistant. And then I'm going to make an outbound call here, which will be my, where I'm really trying to push them to. So calling assistant. And then let me just fill out these values here. Is this helpful? I hope this is helpful. I hope this isn't boring.
Yes, helpful.
And then I'm going to do a math operation here to count call tracking. Again, just in case they go through it. I want to make sure that we count that, and I need to update that in the other one too. Okay, call lead tracking. So we're going to update our call metric. And then this should be fine. Now, what I want to do is go back here, and I'm going to do the same thing. It's just track if they got called by this AI. Now some error handling for this too. Selective film, AI calling, +1, AI calling, track AI calls. So we'll do some error handling up here. Again, some different verbiage because a lot of people try mine 3 or 4 times. So I will almost replicate this cadence 3 separate times with different verbiage, like, oh, you're back again, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Right now, we'll just focus on the main thing. And then I need to do a post-call webhook. I'm going to do this. I'm going to go here to my voice assistant for this, and I'm going to post-call webhook. Let's go here. This is my new voice assistant. I'm going to, under the integrations, I'm going to have this post-call webhook, and we're going to say inbound webhook here. This thing's going to give you a URL. You grab this fun thing, you put it in here, we paste it. We're going to send a webhook. And then now if I go into HighLevel, I should have a payload with all this fun information. So everything I need to know about this call and who to attribute it to. I'm going to save that. They're going to give you create and update a contact. Don't do that. The contact's already created. We're just going to find the contact by a more reliable source, which is contact ID. Because you may have duplicate contacts on, and two users may share an email, or they may share a phone number. So that's not a super reliable way, but we're going to find the contact by contact ID, which is unique to each contact in your GoHighLevel database. And what I'm going to do is after they have the call here, I want to wait a minute for synthetic wait, just for data to catch up. And I'm going to tag them here with a couple tags. I'm going to put what will be my post-call assistant. Post-call assistant. And then I also want to attribute if they've already been called. So I'll add a tag, lead magnet, finished magnet, post-call. So I know where they're at. Again, so I can target them later. Okay, and then what I want to do is, actually I want to move this here. I want to check something. So I want to do an if else, and I want to say, during that call, did they book an appointment? And the answer is going to be either yes or no, because that's how, again, being customizing my verbiage afterwards. I'm going to say, look, this workflow contact, did they get an appointment? And the way I'll know that is they'll be active in my appointment confirmation reminder. That's kind of how they get there, is there was an appointment booked. So I'll do appointment confirmation and reminder. I'm just going to do a sanity check. So after this call is done, did they book an appointment? If so, I have some verbiage I want to use. If not, I have some verbiage I want to use. So again, kind of going with the whole fun idea of this is a human on the back half of this, is I'm going to say, how as it. And then I'm going to hit them with a correction and say was. And then I'm going to say, saw you booked an appointment. Not bad, huh? And again, just seeming more human, saying how was it, but misspelling was, checking my error, and then saying, calling out the idea that they booked an appointment. Again, hyper customized. And then we'll do the same thing if they didn't book an appointment. We'll say, saw you didn't book an appointment. We'll say, saw you didn't book an appointment. Not bad though, huh? That way I can kind of feed it. Either outcome, I'm kind of feeding it to the same call to action. Now, I also want to test, just for latency's sake, I'm going to add actually this tag here. I'm going to move this here just to track that they've been through the call, so I can add another if else here and say, is this the first call? Yes. Actually, it's going to be reversed. Oh, that's right. Sorry, hope this is helpful. We'll say contact details or tag does not include what will be our lead magnet post call. And we will have some situational handling for that. I'm going to move this here. If this is, actually, I do want that there. Sorry. Scatterbrain. So if this is their first call, I want them to go through this sequence, and I will have a sequence if they've already been through it. Again, kind of with some similar verbiage, just calling out the fact that this isn't their first time doing it. Then my inbound webhook set up. I have it finding my contact by contact ID with the inbound webhooks request contact ID. I'm activating my post-call assistant. I'm adding a synthetic wait of 1 minute just to let data come through. And again, seem a little bit more human, not so automated. And then doing some error handling. And then just calling out the fact of whatever happened on that call. Okay. So let's do a little bit of assistant building because that's really the infrastructure we need. Is this helpful? I hope this is helpful.
Yes.
Very helpful. Yes.
Perfect. And so I'm going to have, this one's going to be my pre-call assistant. And of course, it'll always be Haley. Casual personality, all the tools, same thing as always. And nothing here. I kind of want this one to have a quicker queuing time. We're just going to connect it to our company stuff. Multi-sim response, 125 character limit. I'm going to say specialist purpose to converse with the user who has opted in to try our AI. And then we're just going to generate a company overview. Perfect. We're going to use that. And why is this conversation happening? The user has opted in to try our AI. So you will converse, qualify, and book an appointment. You prefer casual language. Also prefer not, actually I'm going to say avoid affirmations in your replies. Be as concise as possible. Easy enough. Let's go here. And so we already know the introduction is going to be done by the workflow. So we're going to say qualify situation handle. And so what we want to do is we want to create it, tell it to do a task. The first thing is going to be ask the user if they are currently using any AI products. And we're going to do a conditional here. If the user is using AI, we'll change this, using any AI in their business. If the user is using AI in their business, ask the user what AI are they using. 1, 2, 3. If the user is not using AI in their business, ask the user what caught their eye about our product. So start your AI journey. All right. So we have a little bit of dialogue there, and then I'm going to go ahead and get into what will be our quote unquote bait and switch. So inform the user that you are now off of the call and have a little time to connect. Ask the user if they would prefer a call now or prefer to chat here. We'll say if the user prefers a call, we're going to call function enroll. I think it's enroll contact in workflow, but we'll just say in workflow. To enroll the user in a workflow, call them. If the user prefers to chat here, continue to step. What are we on? 2, 3. Okay, step 3. And we'll just kind of cover the situation that doesn't happen. And we'll say, ask the user. They are just getting started. Go high level. Actually, ask the user how many sub accounts they manage. And we'll ask the user if they just want voice, chat, or both. And then we'll just say, ask the user if they would be open to scheduling some time to take a look at the platform and make a decision then. And step 6 is going to be continue to the next goal. All right, the work's not done. I want a high persistence level here. And I also would like for it to enroll in a workflow. I'm going to enroll in a workflow here in the actions, and then I got to resync all my new workflows. When the user prefers a call, call the function enroll in workflow to enroll them the workflow to receive a call. Perfect. Is everybody still with me here? Any
Yep.
questions?
We here.
Anything we should go over? Or is this helpful?
That's
Very
helpful.
happy. Very happy.
Extremely.
Cool. Perfect. Okay. I have a lot of more workflows than I remember. Which I'm going to try to put all in like an AI snapshot. Like that's kind of my hope with this resource portal that I'm working on, and I'm commanding my wife to help me work on too as much as she can, is to be able to have like all these resources here. And the main thing I really wanted to do was this done for you snapshot, which will include stuff like this already built into it, along with just some other workflows like sales handling, support handling, and things like that. Outbound call and switch. I'll update that. That looks pretty good to me. Perfect. I'll just update that, and I'm going to add a goal. The goal is to book an appointment just in case they go through this workflow. Then I have an amazing script for booking an appointment, which is the one I shared earlier, which I can just pull from another assistant. Here. say ask the user for rangeability, call the function, get available time slots. Check for availability, and then thank them for their time. I think this looks pretty on par. Okay, that's fine. All right, so this is assistant number 1. All done. 1 of 3. All right, so next, I need to buy a phone number. First, let me configure this. So I'm going to go here, and I'm going to call this one lead magnet calling. I'm going to say you are Haley from Assistable.ai, calling first name over the phone to continue a conversation over text and to book an appointment. To continue a conversation over text as a sales rep, the job will be to converse, qualify, and book an appointment. Everything else there is pretty pre-formatted, easy enough. I like my voice temperature at 1.2. I like my speed at 1.85. I like Emily the best. I use Emily on everything. And that looks pretty good to me so far. Now, I'm going to connect to the sales calendar, and then here's the thing when you do these, by the way, since in the chat assistant, all the calendar functions are kind of put under one roof, but because we're going to a more, kind of get a little bit more exciting with these functions, it will not book if you do not have both of these, by the way. You can have get availability and not book appointment, and it's just going to get availability. It won't be able to book. You'll get a looping like, let me retry it, especially if your prompt says to book, and calling a function that doesn't exist. So make sure you add both of these. Transfer calls, just always good to have, just in case they get pissed off. End call is always good because this allows the assistant to end the call themselves. Just always a great thing to have. Now, I'm going to start to get into the flow state here of what I'm going to do is inform the user that you apologize for the delay. Your call ran over. Then ask the user what caught their eye about our platform. Perfect. I'm going to get rid of all this. Just going to save that for a minute. I'm going to go back here, and I'm just going to copy over the same sales cadence from this pre-call one because they're basically doing the same thing in 2 different channels. I'm going to go here. Copy that. I'm just going to say 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Next goal. So task 1, inform the user that you apologize for the delay. Your call ran over. Then ask the user what caught their eye about our platform. Step 2 is going to be to ask the user if they're currently using any AI in their business. And if the user is using AI in their business, ask the user what AI they are using. If the user is not using any AI in their business, ask the user what caught their... Oh shit, we're redundant there, aren't we? We'll say the user how they heard about us. Then ask them what caught their eye about the product to start their AI journey. Inform the user. Go here. We'll take this out. We'll say, ask the user if just even redact it. We don't need a long convo here. I'm going to redact this down one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call them, and then Haley's going to inform them that she apologizes for the delay. Her call ran over, and then she's going to ask them how they heard about us. Step 2 is going to be to ask them how, if they're using any AI in their business now. And if they are, she's going to ask them what they're using. And if they're not, she's going to ask them what caught their eye about our product to start their AI journey. Step 3 is going to be to ask how many sub-accounts they manage. Step 4 is going to ask them if they want voice chat or both. And then we're going to ask them if they'd be open to scheduling some time to take a look at the platform and make a decision then. And then step 6 is just going to move on to the next condition, which will be to book an appointment. We'll say appointment booking as a state. Move to the state when you have finished your task. And then I'm just going to use this one. It's already in here. Again, I've tried to template everything as much as possible. Email. We're going to ask the user for range of availability for not rescheduling an appointment, but for scheduling an appointment. Actually, I'm going to use some verbiage here. Ask user for range of availability in the next few days for you to connect with them. Then we're going to call the function check availability. We're going to run through this cadence of booking an appointment, and then this should be fine. Easy enough. That's assistant number 2 done. Pretty easy stuff. Now, I say pretty easy stuff. Does this make sense?
Yes, it does.
Yes.
I can't wait to duplicate it.
It's a good one. It's a real good one. I'm going to buy another phone number for this one. I'm going to do it in my local area code.
Can we buy more than one number right now?
Yeah, you can buy as many as you want.
Okay.
What about 470? Okay. I'm going to use this 470 number. I'm going to reference that too in the call. So I'm going to have the assistant say, when it goes to connect the call, say look out for a call from my personal number of 470. So I'm going to say from the user they have to call now. If they prefer a call function enroll workflow, then inform the user that you will be giving them a call off of your personal number. So look out for a call from a 470 number. Okay. Customization is key here. And the last one we just need is just the post call. 1 second. Let me check something here. Okay. This last one's going to be post call, which will just be just kind of finishing up this environment. So always be Haley. I want this thing to be able to do anything. Behavior, knowledge base. I'm gonna have this one take a little bit longer to respond. 125 on character usage, and then context. Lead magnet sales assistant. The purpose is to handle leads have gone through our AI lead magnet campaign, which includes conversing with a sales rep and receiving a phone call from another AI sales rep. Easy enough. I'll just copy over the rest of the stuff here. That's this conversation happening. The user has gone through. Perfect. And I'm going to save that. And then we'll say, I really just need one for this one is who's call handling. The task is going to be to one, ask the user how was the, actually we want to inform the user. Actually, I'm going to frame this as a question. The user actually the entire conversation that they just experienced was completely handled by AI. Ask them, can they believe that? Let's say ask the user. 2, I'm going to say, if there is indication of an appointment being scheduled in the user's conversation, reinforce that decision and inform the user if they have any questions, just to ask them here. And then we'll say if there is indication of an appointment not being scheduled in the user's conversation, ask the user feedback and we'll say then move to step 2. Actually, we'll do this as yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Here, we've been on long enough. Okay, so I need tags for these now. So I have 3 assistants. I need 2 tags. Get rid of this one. I get rid of this one, and I'm going to say pre-call Haley lead magnet. It's going to be pre-call. I'm going to say pre-call lead magnet assistant activate. Add the tag. And then I'm going to save the changes here. And then I'm going to say post call lead magnet activate. It's going to be our post call assistant. I'm going to say post call lead magnet activate. Assistant activate. Perfect. Now let's give these automations some life. We have our activation workflow here. I'm going to go ahead and allow reentry just so I don't forget. Attribution reporting, we're going to activate the pre-call assistant here. And then just for testing purposes, I'm going to take out these synthetic weights or put them to 0. So we don't have to wait to test it. 0.1 is fine. 0.1 down here. And we're activating our pre-call assistant here. Everything else is kind of built out there. That looks fine to me. And then we'll go here to the outbound call switch. This one's fine. And then we'll deactivate our pre-call assistant. And that should be fine there. And then we'll activate our post-call. Allow reentry. One second. Okay. So inbound webhook, activate post-call assistant here. Perfect. Allow reentry so we don't forget. Easy enough. I think I pretty much set everything up there in the beginning, so that should be fine. Now all there really is to do is test it. One second. Okay. I won't even be able to find mine. Hold on. There we go. Okay, that's fine. Now I'm going to enroll myself in. My little activation workflow. Actually, yeah, that looks about right. And so theoretically, that would be triggered by a lead form being filled out. And so now we have the messages coming in here. So they would fill out the lead form. There would be a 5-minute wait, and then the idea is to make it seem like we forgot to do our job, which was filling out a form there. Okay, so I have a duplicate contact. That's okay. All right, so what's going on? I'm about to get off this call. Why don't you tell me a little bit more about your stuff? And let's see. I have my tag on there. Perfect. Let me take my personal tag off there for my other one. And that should be fine. Let's go back here and test. Perfect. Okay. So I'm about to get off this call. Why don't you tell me a little bit more? I got you after, let's say, a roofing company I'm a roofing agency doing maybe $1 million or something like that. I don't know. Looking to scale sales. Send that. Boom. Let's make sure that we have the pre-call assistant on. Perfect. And then just for this test, I'm going to take my weights down just so I can test faster. Is this helpful?
Yes, absolutely.
And you can see, because I get a lot of stuff. Like my verbiage is not good, my stuff is not good. It's all in the prompt. A simple prompt. You see the verbiage is just clean. It's super simple. It's casual. This is not like regular AI. I do a lot of the prompt engineering for you on the back end. You just have to tell it what to do. Give it a 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's say, are you currently using any AI in your business? Would I have the conditionals for yes? So I'll say yes.
Question.
Uh-huh.
Is that possible for to tell the AI to send pictures or videos?
Yeah, technically it is now with the new one, and we'll also have something for that too. And there's a roundabout way to do it now, where we could just enroll it in a workflow that would send the picture. Um, if you have a stagnant picture, if you need a dynamic picture, then we can probably do something like that.
Yeah, I've been doing sending the pictures and the
Yeah.
video in the workflows.
Yeah, I wonder if that one thing that you use has like a thing that we can connect to it. I don't know. Maybe if not, we can try to see if there's something like it that we can connect to. Because if we can connect to it, then we can send it and do it. It may be easy.
Awesome.
The question is just finding that. But you see, the verbiage super clean, super easy. I'm telling you, this prompting guide. That's all you got to do. You don't have to go crazy. There are situation handling things, but like as long as you kind of follow the procedure of task-based stuff, you see the AI output doesn't seem like AI. So let's. That was my conditional. So if they used AI, I was going to ask them what they're using. We'll say GoHighLevel's built-in AI. Send that over. And see, now we got it. See this? So good. Got it. I'm off the call now, so we can do the chat here. I can give you a call. What's your preference? Let's say just give me a call. I don't remember if I took the weight off of that one enrolling workflow action. We may have to wait 5 minutes. All right. It's enrolling me into the workflow to call me. Perfect. And it should give some verbiage about what number it's going to call from now. There you go. Now, if we go to this workflow, I hopefully should be in it. Oh, here's my call. I'm getting a call from somebody else. Call from somebody else, or is this my other one? Oh, you know what? I never put an assistant in here. That would probably be helpful, huh?
Just a little bit.
See, even the AI just does. Even I'm the one who messes up. Let's go here. Let's take this ID. Let's copy it over. And since I messed up here, I'm just gonna manually enroll myself back into it to pick up where the conversation left off. So we're good up until this point, and then we just have a little bit of user error. Let's put myself in outbound call and switch. Now, I should be getting a call from a 470 number. Hello?
Hi, Jordan. Sorry for the delay. My previous call ran over. By the way, how did you hear about us?
I was on YouTube looking for some AI because we use high level. So we use the conversational AI, and we just need something a little bit more dynamic.
Uh-huh. That's great to hear you're already using conversational AI. What specific AI are you using in your business right now?
It's just chatbots. That's all.
Got it, just chatbots. How many sub-accounts do you manage?
Right now, just 15.
Thanks for sharing that. Are you looking to implement just voice chat or both for these accounts?
Well, we'll probably start with chat, but I mean both are pretty interesting. So let's just go ahead and say both.
Yeah, both sounds like a good plan. Would you be open to scheduling some time to take a closer look at our platform and make a decision then?
Yeah. I kind of want to take a look. So let's do it.
One second while I check our calendar. Great. We have several slots available. How does next Monday at 11:15 a.m. or 1:15 p.m. sound for you?
Do you have anything later in the day?
Sure. How about next Monday at 3:45 p.m. or 4:15 p.m.? Does either of those times work for you?
Let's do 4:15.
Great. I'll set up your appointment for next Monday at 4:15 p.m. One second while I block that time off for you. Your appointment is all set for next Monday at 4:15 p.m. Looking forward to showing you what our platform can do. Is there anything else I can assist you with today?
Nope, that's all good.
Your appointment is all set for next Monday at 4:15 p.m. Looking forward to showing you what our platform can do. Is there anything else I can assist
Nope, thank you.
today?
All right. So now the call is ended. Now we have our post-call webhook that should happen, which should activate this third assistant to come in here and kind of really finish me off and take it home. So let's make sure that we got a post-call webhook here, and that we're going down the right track. Easy enough. And I may have put in contact twice. Wait, I put a 5-minute wait in there. Let me just go ahead and pass myself through a 5-minute wait. Let's take myself up there. Move this one forward. Okay. Now I should be getting some text messages that should hopefully have picked up that I booked an appointment. Perfect. There we go. How was it? Saw you booked an appointment. Not bad, huh? Okay. Not bad. Very cool.